You probably clicked on this video because you're dying to make money online.
And luckily for you, we've tried every single business over the past 10 years to try to avoid a 9-to-5 job.
From YouTube to Snapchat to our golden ticket opportunity that made us the majority of our money.
Here's our entire story on how we made $25 million on social media. So before we get into the real sauce, why don't we just tell them how we met?
We technically met when we were like 12, actually.
But he didn't fuck with me.
He was a fat beatboxing kid. He was starting to get into photography. I was starting to get into YouTube. I was making YouTube videos about sneakers and clothing and hypebeast stuff. I didn't have any vision on how I was gonna make me money or make anything happen. Come to like junior year, I make a YouTube video making fun of our school's morning announcements program because the kids who were on the morning announcements always stuttered and shit. And I was like, this is kind of funny. The teacher saw it, invites me to join the morning announcements because I was good on camera. He's already in the morning announcements and he's the one operating the camera because he was a filmer.
One day he was just like, yo, can you film YouTube videos? And I was like, yeah.
He was not getting paid.
Oh yeah, not at all.
I was making some money from TikTok. At the time, I was doing like TikTok trends and stuff. I would do a couple brand deals here and there. But I was so fixated on becoming like a long form, like vlogging YouTuber, like a Balin Levine or even older, like a Logan Paul type. Like that was what I grew up watching. I really wanted to do that. Literally took every dollar that I made from TikTok and I used it to fund the videos. YouTube Shorts also came out. I started just making really cringe, essentially like brain rot TikToks that I was posting on YouTube Shorts as well. I just remember we did like 5 very specific, like scripted out videos. And it was like the first day of like hard work. I felt really like tired, but also like fulfilled. I was like, oh shit. Like, I guess I never felt like I worked hard before that.
What's funny is I started doing YouTube beatboxing videos, singing videos, unboxing videos, vlogs on my family trip, shooting an iPhone with a bow and arrow, like just content all over the place. Basically, I got bullied out of making YouTube videos when I was in like 8th grade.
So if we fast forward end of high school, early college, he went away to college. I dropped out 2 weeks in and I called my dad. I was like, I'll pay for everything. I'll pay rent. Please, I cannot do this. Because he was paying for my rent at this apartment. He was like, yeah, sure, figure it out. You can always go back to college.
They always love hitting that. Though.
Yeah, it's always there. Back. It's always there. Yeah. You know what else is always there? Fentanyl, Dad. I'm not gonna fucking do it. YouTube Shorts came out with the YouTube Shorts Fund, and I had a really good format down, this brain rot, Orbeez ball poppin' format. Don't know why it worked, but it did. Poppin'. And this is $35, $45, $100 a month. So at this point in time, I hit him up and I was like, yo, move back to Miami, live with your parents. I was like, I can give you $1,000 every single month if you just help me film.
And I said, say less.
Yes. He jumped right on that, moved to Florida, bought a Tesla with a $700 a month monthly payment. And then that he crashed it the first day. I started doing brand outreach aligned with that. I was studying formats online. I wanted something that was easily repeatable and that I could make every single day because I was really big on quantity of posting and making a system because that's what I had learned was the best way to, grow in content. Copied this guy who made a video how many licks it takes to finish a Tootsie Pop. And I did how many licks it takes to finish a Starbucks cake pop. It got like 1 million views on TikTok. And then from that day on, for the next year, we did that exact same video with a different thing every single day. We filmed multiple per day, but we posted every day. Clearly, people don't know who I am, right? I have to accept the fact that nobody's watching a video just because it's me. You go on the camera, you say, hey, my name's Owen, I'm gonna show you guys. They already swiped. In short form content, they already swiped. You're done. I switched to idea-based content instead of personality-based content. It started to become really a duo operation because it would be like we would film the video, me on camera, him filming it, then him doing the captions, and then I'm posting it, obviously.
And everyone from high school obviously like knew. Like they would like literally be like, oh yeah, I know you're filming with Owen. And it's
our
like
parents.
Oh yeah.
They were like, oh.
Go to college.
And then the last thing before I kind of evolved, I was making the money from brands. I was getting, $4,000 to $5,000 at this point from the YouTube Shorts Fund. And then I expanded. My friend, shout out to ClawQuest, he put me on this company that dub your videos into other languages. And he was like, yo, the Spanish viewership in like Mexico, Spain are significantly behind the US in terms of trends. So everything that we had that was viral like a year ago is like crazy viral there. So I made a channel like that. I decided to work with the same company. And as you can see now, if you look at my stats, Owen en Español actually is my most subscribed YouTube channel. I have a diamond plaque for that channel. It's still being ran to this day.
You get a diamond for Portuguese too?
So I have 12.8 million subscribers.
Holy fuck.
On Spanish. I have 4 million subscribers Portuguese, and I have 8.3 million subscribers on my main channel. But that obviously made me a good extra bit of income, another $2,000 to $3,000 a month because the CPM wasn't as good. I was flowing in this opportunity, resting in the, I would tell people 10K a month range, but I was not actually seeing 10K a month because I would sign these brand deals and they would take me 60 days to pay. And it was a bunch of bullshit, but it ended up being around that range. And then I finally got another opportunity that was positioned really well, and that was Snapchat. Snapchat shows at the time such like a niche, untapped thing. My friend who was he was basically managing content for somebody else was like, yo, I got an email from this guy working in a Snapchat agency. We'll put you on. You have to work with an agency to get approved because you can't just openly post on Snapchat shows. And if you get approved, like you'll make guaranteed like 10K a month. Like our lowest person is making 10K a month. You should be able to make way more. He got on, he got approved. It took 30 days for the revenue to display because it was like delayed by 30 days. So his first 30 days, they were just going blind. And me and him were both like waiting. We're like waiting to see how much money he ends up making. Fast forward, this fucking kid is like 16. He's in school in a classroom. He FaceTimes me in the middle of his class and he flips the screen to his laptop and it's $44,000. I had never seen anything like that in my life, first of all. Second of all, it's like this 16-year-old kid who's showing me this. I was like, there's no fucking way. And so in the meantime, I was in the process of working with the same agency to get on. I was gonna post my content on there. I was like, whatever, I'm not thinking anything of it. I was like, it'd be sick if I could make an extra like couple grand a month, like bet. And then this is where another key mindset thing came in because I get approved. I have the foresight in my mind that this person made $44,000 in a month. So that's kind of my goal. I'm like, if they could do that, I can do it. So that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I'm smarter than him. I have more content. I have more backlog. I have more drive. I want this shit so bad. Now that I get in the space, I'm talking to other people who do it and they're like, yeah, bro, it's like so easy. I post like once a week and I make like $5,000 a month. Like, bro, it's the freest bag ever. Like, okay, cool. And I'm realizing like, okay, if it's so easy, what if I take this thing that's so easy and giving away free money and I actually fucking try hard? I posted every other day for a month. So 15 episodes, which were like 3-minute compilations of my YouTube videos, which were around 30 seconds to a minute each. Post these compilations, again, 30 days, shooting completely blind. The first month, last week, I made $3,000. Then the second full month, I made $22,000. Fast forward, third month, December 2022, $150,000. So it literally doubled plus some. And that was unheard of. And then as soon as I got that money, because it was all delayed, like it was like 90 days delayed, I finally got the money in my bank account, instantly moved out of the apartment. I lived with my parents for a month to see if the money was gonna last. And I was like, fuck it. So then we moved out and I got a house. We moved in together to this house. And then at this point, it was like a full-on operation because we were running like 4 or 5 shows. We went from doing just my content on Snapchat to then posting satisfying videos, news shows where we talk about celebrity drama. And I'm in this position where I'm writing an 800-word script about fucking Blueface fighting his baby mama.
Before ChatGPT was a thing?
Yeah, pre-ChatGPT, I was actually with my own fingers writing 800 words. I know, it's unfathomable, right? It was a grind. It was locked in. We did that for like 6 more months. So I probably would have made total like about $600,000 or $700,000. Actually, 6, 7. And then the worst thing ever happened. It all got taken away from us in one day. We watched every single show that we had built get deleted in real time. I was sitting in the back porch of my house refreshing, and then one by one, every single thing was getting deleted because the Snapchat agency I was working with had somebody else working under them that posted a thumbnail of Andrew Tate with tits. They got the entire agency banned. I think there was also a picture of Andrew Tate with nut on his face. We were clickbaiting hard. We weren't the only ones. We essentially started an entire new content meta on the platform and fucked it up for everyone. So we got everything taken away from us because we pushed the batteries too hard. But I knew it wasn't gonna be the end, right? I was sitting there, I was like, if an opportunity could be taken away this easily, like it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't gonna be my main thing. I wasn't meant to just make 500 bands and then sit on it forever. That's not gonna give me the lifestyle I want. Brought us to a decision where I was back to the drawing board. I was trying YouTube again, actually get into selling a social media course. Then the other opportunity, which is something that we saw not close friends doing, but like we're doing OnlyFans management. They had tried to get us to do it before. We had overlapped with them slightly. We'd filmed some videos with them. At this point in time, anything was on the table. So my friend was like, yo, you should come on this yacht. And I was like, nah, bro, I'm not trying to spend the band right now. Like, I'm not looking too good right now. We got to lock in. He was like, nah, fuck that shit, bro. Like, let me put you on OnlyFans. I took him up on the offer and they tried to essentially pitch me on this deal where I was going to manage some girl who I did not want to manage, didn't want to spend. And they were also like, can she live with you? I was like, no. Funny given what I'm about to tell you. In this period of time, I was filming YouTube videos with Camilla. The lore with her is that she did the Mr. Reese video. She got 150K followers in a day. She didn't know what the fuck to do with social media or how to make money. She had gone through a bunch of phases. Then at this period in time, she was just working a normal job and doing OnlyFans on the side, making around like $10,000 a month. She wanted to really lock in on OnlyFans. She moved down to Miami to work with a different management, a different group. She was really unhappy with the situation. Through that mutual connection, we had met and she started being in my YouTube videos. We had really good like energy energy on camera. She was so dialed. I was like, this girl always wants to film. Like, she really wants to lock in. She has good ideas. She's good on camera. This girl should be famous, straight up. Like, we would literally joke, because we were both in our office and in the house. If we could manage her, like, we would make her fucking famous. Like, we would literally have these conversations. And then this is how the universe works. Like, fast forward, Cole's car one day, we're going to film, and then she was really upset. She started like almost like breaking down. Like, she was actually sad about her situation.
She was in the back seat just crashing out on her management.
She's like, I have so much potential. Like, they're not even trying to film. Like, they're just doing this bullshit. And I'm not trying to, you know, step on anyone's toes here, but I was like, we got the full-time cameraman. I'm already doing the same type of content. Really, we just have to plug this system that we have.
She was already in the videos. We just had to just finalize it.
Actually, I just had to put the damn link in the thing, because at the time you could put OnlyFans link in the YouTube comment section, and that was an insane funnel. And I already had videos with her with millions of views. I was like, I remember literally one of the first things we did, putting that link in my videos. But we worked out a deal to where like we didn't necessarily cut the person out, but where I was managing her, we were managing her. And from that day on, she was living in like an Airbnb that she didn't want to be in, sharing with a bunch of people. So she moved into our couch. Camila started sleeping on our couch from day one, wrote down a bunch of ideas on a whiteboard. We came up with a content plan. We're going to post 4 times every day on Instagram, 2 TikTok accounts, 2 Instagrams, all this. And it just worked.
Very next day, we got an Airbnb in Miami, and we're just out filming interviews till 3 in the morning with as many drunk people as we could possibly find. Got like 150 videos.
We post throughout the next week, dispersed across all these accounts. 3 weeks in a row. We have like 1,000 videos at this point. Some of these start to get traction. We start to make some skits, take some pictures, do some photo shoots. It started to escalate really fast, right? Because we picked a good person. She had a good personality on camera. She had some lore to, you know, develop videos around. She was really driven, and she wanted that shit so bad. She wanted to get out of her situation. She wanted to help her family. She wanted to make money. It all worked out. We needed to make money. I wasn't going to be able to fucking keep my house, and I had just bought my G-Wagon before I lost all my Snapchat money. So we had to make it work. No other option. It all worked so well. The day Camila moved into our house and started sleeping on the couch, she was making like $11,000 a month. End of the second month, she had made like $40,000. At the end of the third month, she was making over $100,000 a month, and we were already in talks of signing other girls. She was a partner now of this agency, trying to manage people with us, and it escalated so insanely fast. We had brought on her friend also in the same timeline, went from like $10,000 to $15,000 a month all the way up to $120,000 a month. So at this point, everything got fucked on Snapchat. 3.5 months later, we're running a $250,000 a month OnlyFans agency, barely knowing anything about the space. That is essentially the story of how we became OnlyFans managers. But as you can see by that storyline, like, we're not like fucking...
We're not some pimps that came in being like, bro, you would know what we should do? Sign a bunch of girls, put them to work, and profit.
Bro, we give them all $1,000 a month, and we take the rest.
Don't let them leave
and they don't have access to their account, and they can't see anything, and all the money comes to me, and they have to ask me when they eat food. Like, no.
Unironically, how some agencies are ran.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of exploiting, a lot of bullshit in this business, but like, we're kids, bro. We started doing this shit when we were 19. Like,
they're older than us. The girls that were are literally older than us.
We were managing like 21, 22-year-olds when we were 19, and like, bro, none of these girls are posting nude content. None of these girls are doing sex tapes. None of these girls are doing porn. They're posting Instagram level pictures on OnlyFans. The way that we've simplified this business model into a format that can essentially be plugged and played by anybody is something that's never been done before. A lot of agencies try to manipulate creators into thinking they're doing rocket science behind the scenes. It's not. It's very simple. If you want to start an agency, if you're interested in OnlyFans management at all, you can book a call with us in the description down below if it's something you're interested in. If not, posting tips on social media content, OnlyFans management here on this channel every single week. So make sure you're subscribed. I appreciate you guys. That's our story.
Pretty good one.